sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. This video and YouTube channel is rated PG-13, so that means this channel is not for anyone under the age of 13.
So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredon18 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mafex Medicom toy, the Amazing Spider-Man Carnage. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box. So as you can see, we do have the basic style box when it comes to Medicom toys. So we do have the window right there on the front of the box. On the top left here, it does resemble the front of a comic book, which I do love that they do that. At the bottom, we do have an image of Carnage, says the Amazing Spider-Man, Carnage, comic version, Carnage, Mafex, and Medicom toy, and Marvel as well. And then here's the bottom of the box with the barcode below it, so nobody cares about. Then here's the top of the box. And then the one side there with a pretty cool image of the figure, another cool image on the other side of the box, and then the back here does have some pretty cool promo images of the figure along with all of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure over to take a closer look at this psychopath, Cletus Cassidy, who I can't wait to see in Venom 2. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look at Carnage. I forgot how he sounds. That probably was a bad impression, but I really love what Mafex did here. There's a thing or two I don't like, but overall, man, I really dig this figure and actually like it a lot more than I initially thought I was going to like it. The head sculpt, this one's my favorite here. I think they did a great job with it. The paint's freaking great all throughout it, especially with his his main color is red, then we have like the black symbiote all over the place, and Mafex did a pretty nice job with that, and all the black parts are sculpted on there, and they seem to have nailed it with the black paint, so A+ for that. The white for the eyes look great. Love the way the teeth look. That's painted pretty good. Neck looks fine too. Clean paint once again with the black. Torso looks pretty good. Over here they missed just a little bit, but still looks fine, man. You know what I mean? And then the back, very nice looking. And I do dig the way they did the black, like symbiote splattering all over. It's pretty nice looking, man. Very cool stuff going on there. And then the arms here look nice too. One thing some people won't like about this figure, I didn't like it in promo images. Doesn't bother me as much having it in hand, but the elbow joints are just all red. Same with the knee joints, so it's kind of like, but it's not too bad. It blends in decently, you know what I mean? But the black for the arms and the hands look fine there. Same with on the legs. Pretty clean painting throughout the legs there. One other issue I do have is some of the joints are super duper tight, which isn't too bad on Carnage. Like the torso here is tight, but it's not as bad as the leg joints. Like my left leg is super duper tight. See what I mean? That's not good. That is not good. And when I try to drop the right leg down, I can't. I could do it with the left, and sometimes it ends up popping off the joint. I have to pop it back in. But the leg joints is what really bugs me with how tight they are, especially the right one, and I can't get the left one, and I can't get the right leg to drop down at all. But besides that, the rest of the joints nice and tight throughout the figure. And then the lower legs, the paintwork for the black looks pretty good, and then same on the feet. And yeah, the ankle joints, you could tell, are just all red, but blends in fine to me. And then the bottom, not too much going on there. So overall, I think Mafex did a pretty damn good job with the figure. Yeah, the leg joints are super tight on mine, and then it does kind of look a little weird with the knee and elbow joints, but like I said, it doesn't bother me as much as I thought it was going to bother me. But overall, I really love the way the figure turned out when it comes to the paint and the sculpting. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, Cletus Cassidy's Carnage is included with some dope stuff, man. He really is included with a lot of cool things. So first and foremost, we do get the Mafex stand, the base, the arm, and the larger clamp, and it does have the basic Mafex stand articulation, so we do get that. And then we do get 3 interchangeable head sculpts. And starting all the way on the left there, we do get my favorite head sculpt out of all 3 of them, and that is, I guess, his sadistic smiling face sculpt, and they did a great job with the paint and sculpt detail on that head sculpt. Then in the middle we get a yelling, screaming, or laughing type face sculpt with the mouth wide open there. And they did a great job with the paint sculpt on that one. My main issue with this figure is they did not cut the mouth out there. And to me, that's pretty damn lazy coming from an import company. Meanwhile, Hasbro, with their Marvel Legends and all their Carnage figures, they always cut out the mouth. They don't just cheaply and easily just paint the inside of the mouth like that and just leave it as one damn piece there. I don't know why they went the lazy route. Come on, you guys are charging a lot of money for these figures. They definitely could have done that. So not too happy about that. But besides that, both the masked face sculpts turned out really nice. And then finally, all the way on the right there, we do get the unmasked Psychopath Cletus Cassidy head sculpt, which I think they did an awesome job with it. Has a very comic book type look to it. He has that psycho smile going on there, and the paint's just beautifully done all throughout the figure. They added like a subtle wash in his orange hair there, but really nice job on that unmasked head sculpt there. And the head sculpts are very simple to swap out. I'll show you how to do that right now quickly. Alright, and swapping Carnage's head is basic when it comes to Mafex. So what I do is I just pull from the chin, and it pops right off the joint there. Take whichever head you want and then push down on the joint. Once you hear that pop, then you know it's good to go. So there we go. Very simple to swap the head sculpts. And like I said, that Cletus Cassidy head sculpt, very, very like comic book looking. So definitely dig the way that looks, but this one's still my favorite. So we do get the 3 interchangeable head sculpts, and then we also get a few types of tendrils. We do get his axe, his hammer, his kind of like Wolverine claw type weapons. Then we do get like a piercing type weapon, and then we do get another one with his hand shooting out another piercing like symbiote type weapon. So he has some pretty damn cool stuff. So we do have these symbiote tendrils here, and these you just pop his hand off and slide it up his arm, and it kind of fits on there pretty good. But these turned out fine. Nice job with the mold, or the sculpt, and the paint's clean on it as well. I believe the black parts are painted kind of like the figure. Then we do get, I guess, like a thwipping or swinging around type tendril, so he can copy off Spider-Man and Venom here. And this is similar to the ones we got with Venom. I guess you just pop his hand off and slide it right through, so then it could look like he's whipping around. And they did a nice job with that one as well. Now for his weapons here, one of my favorites is the axe, and you only get one of these for the right hand, as you can see there. And this turned out great, man. I really dig the way this looks. It is kind of sharp on the edges, so be careful of that, but the black paint painted it very well. Same with on the other side, and the sculpt detail looks pretty dope too. So we do get that, and we do get the hammer here, and this turned out fine too. This is the left hand, as you can see there, and we only get one of these, and the black is painted very clean all throughout it, and the sculpt of it looks pretty darn cool too. And then we do get like his 2 blade like Wolverine type claws, and these are pretty damn awesome. Also very clean paint all throughout them as well. And we do get a pair of these, so we do get a left hand and a right hand one as well. Then we do get one of my favorites. This might be my favorite weapon here, and it's that piercing type weapon, and we do get 2 of these as well, one for the left and right hand, and the paint's clean on it, and the sculpt looks great too. And then we do get another kind of like piercing type weapon, or shooting out some tendrils there. And you can see we get the open hand with this one. All the other ones are fists. And we do get a pair of these as well, a left and a right hand one, and paint's clean on it and everything, and the sculpt of it looks pretty darn cool too. And the way you get those on, same exact way as swapping the hands. So we do get all of his dope weapons and some tendrils, and then we finally get... Oh yeah, and before we go over the interchangeable hands, we also do get some magnetic hands and feet there. Same thing that we've been getting with Venom and Spider-Man, and really like that they include these with these characters from Spider-Man, so you could look like they're scaling a wall or something like that. So really glad that they include those. They're very simple to swap out, and I'll show you how to swap the feet. Right now, it's very simple. If you have Venom or Spider-Man, you just pull down, foot pops right off, take the other one, and they are marked R and L, so you know which one is which there. Remember, it's on an angle, the peg hole, and then there you go, as simple as that. So we do get the magnetic feet and hands, and now we finally get, not including the magnetic hands or the hand weapons, he does have 10 alternate hands. Then starting on the top right here, we do get a pair of fists, of course, which do come on the figure out of the packaging. Then we do kind of get a pointing finger hand, or maybe picking something up that's really tiny hand, or pulling out an eyeball type hands. And I do like these hands here, they're pretty cool. Then we do get a pair of gripping hands. Then we do get a pair of semi-opened closed hands, which are pretty cool. And then we do get a pair of open, I'm about to rip your face off type hands. And they did a great job with the paint sculpt detail all throughout all 10 hands, and they are pretty darn simple to swap out as well. And like what Daredevil 19 always says, that is definitely a good thing, because you don't want to risk breaking any wrist joints on your new Mafex Carnage figure. But anyway, that is all the awesome accessories included with Carnage. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of Carnage. To the very top of his head, it looks like he's about just shy of 6.5 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the Mafex Infinity War Iron Spider Spider-Man, the comic version Spider-Man, the comic version Venom, and the comic version Wolverine, bub. And I do dig the scale for this Carnage. Goes great with Spider-Man, even Wolverine. It's just Mafex did mess up a bit on the scale of their Venom. Venom has always been not just bigger, but taller than Carnage, if I am not mistaken. So I feel like Venom should have been at least like that tall. And then here he is compared to the Mafex comic version Deadpool, the Marvel Legends Doc Ock, the Marvel Legends Venom movie Venom, and the Marvel Legends Monster Venom. And I love the way Carnage scales with all these figures here, especially these two Venom figures, because the scaling with these two is much better compared to the Mafex comic version Venom with this Carnage here. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectibles Sector, the Marvel Legends Retro Series Deadpool, the Mafex Justice League Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And then here he is compared to all the other figures in my collection that are red and black, which are a lot of damn figures. And then here he is compared to the SH Figure Arts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for Carnage's articulation, he does have pretty much the basic Mafex articulation, which I do love. So we do have two joints at the neck here, and combining both the joints, you can get Carnage to look up pretty good. And the upper neck joint is on an angle. It's like an elbow, you know what I mean? And then the neck joints going forward pretty much all the way down there. Pivot at the lower neck, which is really good. Same with the upper neck. Fantastic pivot on both the neck joints. Swivel at the lower neck and then swivel at the upper neck. So awesome job with the articulation at the neck joints there. Then we do get a torso and a waist joint. And you do see a little bit of gappage on the crotch piece right there, as you can see. So that might bug some people, but doesn't really bug the hell out of me. But with both joints going forward, excellent crunching. You do see some gappage, of course. Going back, you will see gappage again, but it does go back decently, as you can see there. And then the pivot at the waist, that's beautiful pivot at the waist, and then combining it with the torso, almost 90 degrees with the pivot there. Then you do get swivel at the waist, and then of course at the torso. So A+++ for the articulation at the torso. Now the arms here, great motion at the shoulder. I do like that joint there, and then the arms go out to the sides a lot more than 90 degrees. Man, mouth keeps drying up on me. And then, of course, they do go up and down. We do have true bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that pretty much bend in all the way. Then we do have a ball hinge on the wrist, so that does swivel and then hinges back. And fourth there, the legs here, they do drop down. As I mentioned before, my right leg does not want to drop down, but my left leg, see how it pops off if I keep trying to force it to drop. As you can see, it doesn't really drop down a whole bunch, but it does drop down. And then, oh my god, I hate kicking that leg forward. I'm not going to do it with that leg. Like I said, that's another issue with how tight that left hip joint is, darn it. With the legs going forward, goes forward about 90 degrees, so that's definitely good. And the crotch piece is a softer, rubbery type plastic, so it does help with articulation. Goes to the back, I guess just shy of 45 degrees. Let's see if Carnage can Jean-Claude Van Damme it. And hey, and this joint is super duper tight. Trying to, oh my god, I don't really want to mess with that joint, so I'll just do it with the right one. The right one, Carnage can almost Van Damme it, so that is good there. Damn QC issue with the darn hip joints. Then we do get some swivel at that hip joint. Double jointed knees that pretty much bend back all the way. Then the ankles do have the ball hinge, so it does swivel. Hinges up really great. Hinges down incredibly well. And then we do get a beautiful 90-degree bend ankle pivot there. And then we do have a great, or a pretty good, toe hinge. And for ankle joints, a ball hinge is probably my favorite joint to use for ankles there. But overall, Carnage does have the basic Mafex articulation, and to me, that is great articulation. So you're going to be able to get Carnage into pretty much any type of psychopath symbiote poses. And I'm about to show you some of those poses right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the Mafex Medicom toy comic version Carnage. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure with detail, I'd have to give it an even 8. Articulation, I'd give it an 8.5. Accessories, definitely give it a perfect 10. And the overall quality, I'd have to give it a 7.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did have mine imported from Japan, but Agelessgeeks, I believe, should have this in any day now, so you can check over at Agelessgeeks.com. And when you check out, use code name Daredevil, and you will get yourself a bit of a discount. If you can't find something on their website, I do highly recommend going through their Instagram or their Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. Of course, when it comes to Medicom toys, so we do a little that Mafex does do. The bottom has an image of the figure, says the Amazing Spider-Man. When it comes to Medicom toy, that damn fridge burning hell, busted. Comic version, Marvel Carnage, Mafex and Medicom toy. Some of the coolest accessories. Said that with a V.
like very much that Mafex does too. The bottom has an image of the figure, so it's the amazing, 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 amazing.